Hi there, I welcome you to my YouTube channel, Tarot by Fernanda. Now, on today's Pick a Card, we are going to be looking into the energies of your next relationship, your next partner, who that person will be. Now, I'm not referring whatsoever to a crush. I'm not referring to a messy situation. I'm not referring to friends with benefits type of situation either. I'm talking about a proper relationship, a proper level of commitment, whether it's you're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, or we are building a home together, Commitment for everyone will be different based on where they are in life and what they want out of life, of course. And each pile will be bringing different energies. So, this is my advice. Ask yourself this question: who will my next romantic partner be? And while you're asking yourself that question out loud, you intuitively pick a pile that you feel most connected with. Once that you are ready, you can go to the description box or the comment section where you will find the timestamp for your reading. I also want to make it clear that my readings are meant for everyone. There's no gender in my readings. I will talk about energies, but I will never talk about specific genders, okay? So it's meant for women, men, for all genders. Now, I also want to clarify that these readings are general. If at any point you feel like this question about your next partnership is a very important one and is one that you do not want to take lightly, you are free to go to my YouTube channel, to my website, tarotbyfernanda.com, and you can book yourself a reading so you know that these messages are really meant for you. You'll find a lot of messages that are meant for you, but just also do remember that this reading is general and it will get to so many people, so only so much will be exact. Mainly when we're talking about timelines, zodiac signs. So that's my advice to you. Take everything in a general way. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. Never take anything personal. And also, if you do like my work, do remember to leave a comment, a like, and to subscribe, of course, as well. Thank you so much, and I'll leave you to it. I'll see you on your reading. Bye. Hi there, pile number one, and welcome to your reading. Now, I got your oracle cards over here, and then for today's reading, I'll be using the Lover's Path Tarot. So let's start with your oracle cards, and just remember, group number one, that this reading is general. Only take whatever resonates and leave the rest. And I'm going to start with talking about the dynamic of this relationship, the energy, the frequency you're in. And based on all the information your angels give me, I'll be able to, describe to you the type of dynamic you two will have. Are you guys best friends? Are you guys very passionate lovers? How will this relationship be and feel? And then after that, I'm going to look at, with the tarot deck, I'm going to be looking at this person's personality. Who is he or she? And when are you meeting this person, and also his or her initials as well. So let's start with your reading. Now, first you got work through your fears with the new moon in Scorpio. So you got some Scorpio energy describing this dynamic. Then you got the Labradorite. I take the time for reflection and see life from a higher perspective. You got Elixir. Now, this is I feel like a very psychic type of relationship, very profound, very deep, because already with the colors and the energy so far, I feel like already at least one of you is very psychic, very spiritual, very mystical, and I do feel like this connection will be very mystical and very passionate, but at the same time, I feel like there's going to be a lot of darkness being worked through this relationship. You also got the energy of Cancer, the doula. So this is a very loving relationship, but you already got two water elements in here, Cancer and Scorpio. So the energy, the dynamic of this connection definitely will be a water one, like the water element, which is a very intimate type of relationship, the type of relationship you feel safe talking about your fears, your traumas, when you're hurting as well. So it's a very deep relationship, because sometimes there are some bubbly relationships that, yes, you're friends, but it's more of a and yes, you feel comfortable, but it's more of impressing the other person all the time, or always trying to show your best face. But here it's like this person really gets to know you deeply, and you really do open to this person, and you feel like you work your darkness and your shadow through this relationship as well. And you also got wedding over here. Oops, I forgot to mention, like, to clarify in case that you missed the introduction, is that this reading is about your next relationship, okay? Not your next crush, not your almost something, or friends with benefits type of situation or casual situation. Here is about your next real relationship, your next where there's some level of commitment, whether it's only boyfriend and girlfriend, but there's something official about it. So I just wanted to clarify that. And so this pile, you're the pile that do have this wedding over here. And so this is a very serious type of commitment. Okay, that's something. It's really clear over here. If you pick pile number 1, just letting you know, this person may be someone who you actually move in with, you actually get engaged with, and you actually do get married to. Okay. Now this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. If you really do want to have this confirmed, I always encourage you to get a private reading for the matters that are really important to you. And if your next relationship is really important to you, then you can always book a reading through my website, tarotbyfernanda.com, okay? Now, because of this energy, it's very deep, very serious, very sober-like. I also feel like maybe this person could have had one of you two had addiction in the past, or had a very rough childhood at some point. And you have overcome this, whether you or this other person. I also feel like one of you, like I said, is very mystical, very psychic. And I think that you two coming together, the type of dynamic that you're building is one of building or reflecting life from a higher perspective, and kind of living in awareness, and not kind of living in awareness, and being very self-aware and conscious of your lifestyle, who you are, where you're heading, your purpose in life, how are you impacting people in this world, what is your mission as a person. So I really feel like you two will have that deep understanding of each other as well. Now, you got reflect on inner light, develop consistent spiritual practices, increase spiritual awareness, meditate regularly. So I really do feel like you will develop consistent spiritual practices through this relationship. So whether it's you who's more spiritual, or the other person, but when you two come together, when two people come together, when even though they have different personalities, specific parts of you do set the tone of the relationship, and specific parts of him or her will set the tone of the relationship too. And so let's say you never really like to go for hikes, but then he really or she really loves it, you will start doing that too, right? So you both will be imposing specific things in your life. And so I feel like one of you will be imposing that spiritual dynamic, if not both of you, okay? Now, with work through your fears, this is really this type of new moon Scorpio energy. It lets me know that there will be challenges in the beginning of yes, working through your fears, but also working through your deepest insecurities that maybe you have never even voiced to people in the past. Maybe things that you have never been able to open up about with other people, relationships. But this specific relationship, it's the one that you're going to open yourself the most with. So I feel like there may be secrets, things that you never share with anyone else, even if you dated other people, even if you were in love with other people. But with this person is the first time that you actually speak up about specific things, things that hurt you, things about your childhood, things that were out of your control. And yet, it's something that maybe it's already in the past, but you never told anyone about it. I do feel also that one of you may or have been a very also angry person, very possessive, jealous, and you have been working through that already. And when you come together, it's like you are creating for each other environment of nurturing, and for each person to feel very confident and safe, mainly more than confident, I feel like safe to open up about these things. Now, you also got the Cancer, the doula energy, and this is a very Cancer energy is a deep emotional energy. It's all about feelings, I feel like if you have never cried in the past in front of your partner, this is the first time that's going to happen, but it will happen. And you're not necessarily going to cry because like, oh, he hurt me or she hurt me. No, it's because you open up about things. I do feel like there is a very motherly also like energy in this relationship of like taking care of each other, being very gentle with each other. I do feel like there's also darkness in this relationship, and the darkness that I feel is like that shadow work that has to be done. So I do think, sometimes there's that relationship that's really easy. Everything is harmonious, everything is balanced all the time. Like there's never one fight, there's never like a push and pull, there's never like, yeah, but this is not that. I feel like this is not that because you two are pushing each other's to be a better person. And you both, like the dynamic that you build is like the one of like becoming better people, but emotionally better people. Not about financial goals, not about like career goals, not about like family goals. It's like you as a person, this bubble of anger or this addictions that you had in the past or this trauma that you had in the past, let it not define you. And I feel like you two are very strong people, and you may have kept in so much, and you come together. And I just feel like because of this shadow and light energy that is your dynamic, I also feel like this connection will be very, very, very passionate, will be very sensual. Like intimacy will just be top notch. Seriously. With this, I'm curious to know if there will be another pile like this with this whole intimacy topic. But I feel like this is like probably the pile that will have the best sex life. So it's very passionate because of the Scorpio. I feel like you can completely give yourself in bed. That's what like I'm getting from this with this person. And with Elixir, it really does confirm, like, I do feel like one of you is very like psychic with this Scorpio energy, Cancer energy, and then you got Elixir as well. I do think that one of you is very psychic, very more like I said, magical, mystical, but secretive as well. I do also feel like this is like the right recipe. Like you have dated other people, but this person, even if it may be a bit difficult in the beginning, if you got wedding, it's like you guys do so much work together, and it's like it won't be necessarily harmonious and laughing all the time, but it's the right like elixir to grow as a person, to transcend. Okay, so now let me start with see who this person is. Right now, so far, I'm getting very Scorpio, very Cancer energy, so that could also be Pisces. Now, do remember to subscribe if you have made it to this point of the reading. You, of course, you connect with my method of reading as well. And so I do invite you to subscribe, to give it a like. This is a very new YouTube channel. So I do have another channel, but it is in Spanish. So I'm really doing my best to grow this one as well. And yeah, just leave a comment to support as well. I will really appreciate that. Got this, the Wheel of Fortune. So this person, more of like a personality, they're telling me that this person is destined for you. It's someone who's changing completely like your luck in love from, like, I'm not saying that you were not in love or you didn't have good relationships in the past, but it's just a completely, it's like, it's this dynamic of this relationship will completely change the course of your life. Like, you may even change careers or something. I just feel like there is a before and after. And this is a reference point. So this connection will be a reference point for you. Now, let's see, who is this person? I want to know a bit more about his or her personality, things that he likes, more of like his priorities, what is he or she like. So you got here the 5 of Arrows. So yeah, this person may be a bit more conflictive. I do think that this person can be impulsive. He has or she has an attitude, I will say that. And it's hard in the beginning, and this is why I feel like the hardship is mainly in the beginning, because it's hard for him or her to let you in to begin with. He's someone who's very well going solo, like doing things by himself, because he feels that everyone is his or her enemy. Like, he doesn't believe that people have good intentions. He may let you in pretty easily, but you will soon realize that people around him, like in his perception, he got a lot of enemies, or he thinks that everyone is against him. He's someone or she's someone who may be angry in the beginning, and that's why I feel like you two will do a lot of like work together. You also got this Prince of Coins, the 2 of Cups. You also got fertility for his personality, okay, or her personality. So now this person, okay, this person with fertility, you got the Venus energy, so that could be Taurus, or that could also be a Libra, but so far I'm really getting like that water energy, okay? Now, this person is someone who I find that he or she will be up to like 35 years old. Okay, between like 25 and 35. So even if you're like an older person watching this, you may end up dating someone younger than you. Now, if you're like, 60s, not that you're going to go out with someone who's 35. Maybe it's just someone who's like in his 40s or her 40s, younger than you. But you will see the difference. Like, there is like at least like 5 years, that difference. And, you could be only 30 years old and this person will be only like 2 years or younger than you. But the thing is, there's this young energy about this person. And this person does believe in soulmate connections, and he does believe, or she does believe in like, uniting and making only one, becoming one. And yeah, so he believes in love. I do find that he is someone who's very careful with the way he goes about things. Like, yes, he is someone who sees enemies, or who is really like on the defense, because he has to be smart of like protecting his or her energy. I don't know what her background was or is, but it just feels like someone who had to be very attentive on people's behaviors and mannerism to determine whether it was someone who they could trust or not. There's someone who has like a career and is moving slowly but steady. They're very consistent. They're hard workers. I'll say that too. They're very hard workers and they're very consistent. They're perseverant. They persevere, and they may take longer to make a move. Okay. They definitely do believe in love, and they definitely, I think they have like a special connection with this whole having kids type of thing. So they do believe in marriage, and they do believe in like kind of wanted to be with someone, and this is why you also got the wedding, because I do think that the wedding thing will be something that will be talk about like not so far into the relationship, like could be within 6 months, and like you guys will be talking about that topic because it's something that is clear that that's where you two are heading. Now let's see what are the initials of this person, and then I will ask about when are you meeting this person. Okay, so his or her initials, that could be his or her first name or last name. Okay, so you got the letter T as in Thomas, J as in Julian, I as in India or indigo, and sorry, G as in Gabriel, I as in indigo, J as in Julian, and T as in Thomas. So those are the 4 initials that they're giving me, and I'm just going to ask about when will you be meeting this person. And this is very soon. You got 10 of staves, so this is about 10 days. Could be 10 days up to 2 weeks. And so this is very, very soon. Also, I feel like maybe you were about to throw the towel very soon. And you shouldn't, because it's like when you're about to throw the towel, that's when this is when you're meeting this person. Now, another thing as well, I feel like some of you will be meeting this person right when you're about to travel, or right when you're about to like reflect on making a new change in your life. So that's another thing, another hint that they're giving me. So group number 1, I do hope that this reading was, helpful. Remember that to subscribe, to give it a like, to show your support. And also do remember that these readings are general. So if this is a topic or a matter, that really matters to you, I do recommend for you to get a private reading, because then things will make much more sense. But for now, I think that this is really great guidelines for you to know what to expect in this next connection as well. I'll see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Now, I got your oracles cards over here, and so I will start with these, and then I'll move to Tarot and see who this person is. But I'm going to start with the dynamic, the energy of this connection, the relationship that you will build. And yeah, so just to understand better how this relationship will feel, what is the dynamic? Is it like goofy all the time? Is it very serious and deep? Sorry. Is it very passionate? We'll see, okay? So first of all, you got "You're Good Enough," full moon in Virgo, to describe this relationship. Then you also got the Malachite. I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness. So these 2 cards already do let me know that this relationship will be all about self-love. And I really feel like pile 2, those that chose this pile, you may have been feeling like you need to wait to be thinner, more pretty, more successful, have more money before you deserve to be loved by someone. I do think that that's where you're at right now in life, and you think there's something to be perfection about you before you deserve to be in a relationship, or you deserve to be loved by someone. And this is why like this person is coming into your life, because you have this belief about like not being ready or not being enough, and this dynamic will give you that confirmation of like you are enough. And I feel like the theme of this connection will be self-love, of like creating that safe space and nurturing space where you become stronger and more confident of yourself through this relationship. Now, you also got think with your heart. Move this over here like this. You got Uranus energy. Now, this is Aquarius energy. And then you also got here separation, and this is talking about a time apart that you will spend together, and I'll explain about this a bit more. Okay. Now, also I want to clarify once more, in case that you skipped the intro, that this pick a card is about a relationship, your next relationship. This is not about your next casual thing. This is not about your next crush. This is not about your next friends with benefits, Not that it's wrong, but that's not the type of reading that I'm focusing my energy on at this moment. So this is what I'm asking, what I'm asking your angels at this moment is, who will you be dating next? Who will you have a level of commitment towards to next? So whether, this goes to marriage or not, but this has to be an official relationship like boyfriend and girlfriend. So here, you got really strong Virgo energy, and that's also the 6th house, and this is self-love. This is about self-care. So the dynamic that they're giving me here for your relationship is one of like you two really taking really well care of each other. Like, one is always making food for the other person may take care of like their fitness goals. You may even go to the gym together, but in a very loving way. Like, it's like you're supporting each other through your goals. And like, but I feel like before this gets to like, we are a team and we work out together and we eat healthy and we have these goals and we have self-love, I feel like in the beginning it may be a bit rougher to let this person in, because if you or this other person have believed for a very long time that they're not deserving of love, it of course will be very surprising. I feel it will be shocking. Like this relationship, I feel like will be shocking because you don't expect it. Or he or she doesn't expect it when this happens, because they really felt, one of you feels like they're not ready to be in a relationship for whatever reason, whether it's like, I need to lose weight first, I need to live out of my parents' house, like I need to move out, I need to have more money, I need to have a career. There's something that you just feel like you're not good enough at this moment. And the Virgo energy belongs to the 6th house, and that is, of course, the exterior. So whether it's your fitness goals, you feel like you're not there yet. This also represents your career. So maybe you feel like, career-wise, maybe you don't even have a job. And so it could be around those topics that you just feel like you are not ready. Yeah. And now another thing here that is clear with this dynamic is you recognize repetitive patterns. So it's like there's a lot of self-love work that will be happening in this connection. You got create healthy patterns in relationships, connect with the sweetness of life, maintain heart-centered awareness, get to the heart of the matter. So I feel like one of the most important things in here are create healthy patterns in relationships. So maybe in the past you have had such like a dynamic of push and pull, a more like aggressive dynamic, or more of like a suffering type of dynamic. But I do think that will be more of a loving, putting the pieces together again type of dynamic, and a very patient, loving dynamic. Now, you got to think with your heart as well. And I do feel like this connection may be surprising, and it may be challenging for you, because some of you will have a long distance relationship. And so this is why you have to allow these healthy patterns to, coming into this new relationship, and let go of the overthinking of, you're not so good patterns that end up messing up the like romantic connections for you. Now, with this energy of Uranus, this is Aquarius energy. This is a very humanitarian energy as well. Yes, it does represent revelation, but I'm feeling like you too. You may have different personalities. Like you and your partner may have very different personalities, but I do think something that really does unite is your humanity, like how humane you are. So this could be like you two really love animals, you two really love to help elderly people, you two really like to work, or not work, but like volunteer at a shelter. There's some part of you that's very humanitarian that does connect with this other person. Now, another thing as well, it could be that one of you, and that could go with the Virgo energy, is a scientist or a doctor or a chemist. There's some science type of thing here involved. So, yeah, I feel like some of you, this person is a Virgo, but for some of you, or Aquarius, but also one of you could be very like science driven or technology driven. Okay. Let's see who this person is. Now, do you remember that I'm going to talk about his personality. I'm going to also I'm going to give you his initials or her initials. Do you remember that this is a general reading? So if for you, this is a very important matter to like know more in detail, then I will really suggest you to book a private reading. And you can go to my website, tarotbyfernanda.com, to do so. I also, if you have, made it to this part of the reading, I do think that you and I connect somehow, and you're connecting with the messages, and because this is actually making sense to you. So I would really, encourage you to subscribe to my channel, because this is also a way, one, of you to say thank you, and two, to assist me with making this, helping me grow this channel. Let's see, who is this person? Oh, actually, I'm going to first ask with this one, a major arcana. Who is this person? One card only. Who is this person? What is his personality like, or her personality like? And then we'll move to initials. When will you meet this person? And also, when will you meet this person? So here you got the Chariot. So this is Cancer energy. So you got so far Virgo, Aquarius, and also Cancer energy. Okay. Let's see his personality. Now, this is telling me that this person has a sense of direction of where he's going in life, has a sense of purpose as well. He or she is someone who believes that, feelings, spirit, and mind are very important. So not just, follow your heart, or not just follow your mind. So it's like that balance between feminine and masculine energy, between feelings and, rationality. And so this is, you got Virgo, which is a feminine energy, and you got Aquarius, which is a masculine energy. So you got that balance between these two. Now, this could also let me know that this person has like both levels of, masculine and feminine energy. So whether it's a woman or a man, they have both. So it won't be someone like super, super duper masculine or super duper feminine. Like, it will be a balance of both. Once more, you got the Two of Coins. So this is really about like juggling things, being able to balance two things at a time. I do feel like this could also be talking about a duality, like a kind of a dual personality, or duality within their personality. Ooh, one second. feel like this person, like I said, he or she's someone who has a duality, is constantly trying to find a balance. And for me, for someone who's constantly trying to find a balance, that really makes me feel more like a air element, mainly Libra and Gemini. But you also got Aquarius, so it could be one of those three, or it could be a Virgo. Now, this person, I feel like he or she's the type of person that tries not to disappoint anyone. Rather take more stuff on his plate than say no. Is someone who at times, may not know how to quit or drop a couple things to ease his or her lifestyle. I do think that they put a lot of on their plate, and sometimes they may feel stuck because rather than picking one thing, they will try to make everything work. So when you meet them, they could be overwhelmed with work, overwhelmed with they have like one full-time job and one part-time job, and like it's just a lot, or like they have three different projects going on at the same time. I do think that this person will have like a before and after, like in the sense of with his luck, with it's like two different people, like the person he was in the past and the person that he is now. But I think that the change is pretty radical. When you listen more about his life and everything, you're going to be like, wow, like your luck has really changed and your life has really, really changed. I do think that he or she is someone that does prefer to walk away from emotionally walk away, because he's someone who doesn't like to drop things, and he doesn't want to like say no. But when it comes to like emotional goals and like romantic goals, he's someone who, when he tells you about his past relationships or family member ties, you will not understand why did he choose to walk away, because they were not bad. Like in the beginning you will be like, but that wasn't so bad, and he will be like, yeah, but it wasn't what I knew I deserved, or I knew that was true love, or I knew that that's what I was looking for. Like it wasn't a bad situation, but I didn't want to waste my time, or I didn't want to waste her or his time. So he's someone who's very brave, I will say, because to do that is like to leave when it's not tragic yet, right? To live when things are okay, but you are smart enough to know and intuitive enough, and you're so connected with your spirit, and you know that that's not where your destiny is at, or you're destined to be with, to be brave enough and understand that internally and take a bet on that and walk away. It takes guts. Now let's see also this person's initials. You got the letter T as in Thomas. You got the letter C as in Colin. You got the letter N as in Narcy. And V as in Walter. So T, C, N, and V. So that could be the initials of his or her first name, okay? Could be last name as well, but I'm really feeling like the first name for this one specifically. Now, let's see, when are you meeting this person? Pile number 2. When are you meeting this person? Now, I also do think that you two may actually take some time. And as I was saying this came out, this 9 of coins as well. I do think that you two may have a time off at some point as well before you get back together. I mean, some of you will get back together, some of you may not get back together, because remember that this is a general reading. But I do think there will be a turning point in your relationship when you two will take some space, some time off. And it's clear here, there will be some time off. Now, when are you meeting this person? There's still time, before you meet this person. I'll say at least a year. You'll meet this person in about a year. And with this two of arrows, this person, I feel like you will be at a crossover. Like at a crossover in your life. About to like take, there's two paths in front of you. And this person comes into your life when you're about to like have to decide what type of person do you want to become. Like usually when you're at a cross path, not did I say cross path or turn around? So when you are at a cross path, sorry, when you have two paths and so you come to a cross path, usually it's because you have two doors open, but usually that only appears into your life when you're ready to do things in a different way. And those two paths could potentially bring you happiness. And there are two things that you could be happy with. But I do think that this person will come to tip the balance over one specific side. But you will have to wait a bit more before you do find this person. I really do feel like it will be at least a year, like 12 months. I think that the message here is this is not the time for you, for like right now at least is not the time for you. So I'll say you have to expect it to this person will be in your life 6 months, a year, but it's more of a long, like that's a long time to wait. But it is a time that you'll have to wait, and I'm just being honest. I do think that if you, whenever you're seeing this person is not coming like in the next month or the next couple of weeks. That's not happening right now, and you probably know why. So yeah. Alrighty, group number 2, I do hope that this reading was helpful or serves you as guidance. Do remember to subscribe, to give it a like, and I will see you on the next reading. Okay? Bye. Welcome, pile number 3, to your reading. Now, I got here your oracle cards, and I'm going to start with this ones. And with this, I will describe the dynamic that you will have in your next relationship. And I want to clarify that this is about your next relationship, okay? This is not about your next crush, the next person you'll go on 1 date or 5 dates, the next person who you'll have a complicated situation, you know, a situationship. That's how a lot of people call it nowadays. Or friends with benefits. This is not that, okay? This is about your next relationship, your next real love connection when there's a level of commitment. Okay, so now that clarified, let's start. You got first this full moon in Cancer energy. A personal issue reaches resolution. Now you also got this chrysocolla. My body and mind are in balance. I am healthy. You got sensual expression. I can already tell that this connection will be very harmonious. Okay, this connection, I feel like this from the piles I have done so far is the most easy one of them. Like, you know, when something is just so well balanced and is so harmonious and it's so easy, it's like there's no hardship, there's no roughness into it. You got Neptune, the planet of the dreams, of the subconscious, of spirituality. And you got relationship from a past life. You already knew each other. Okay, so with this already, so I'm going to be describing your dynamic before I start with Tarot to see who this person is and his or her personality, you know. But I think that first it's really important just to understand what type of dynamic can you expect from this connection. Now, with this Cancer energy and Neptune energy, both of these ones are water energies. So this already, the element or the frequency your connection will be in will be a water one, which is all about intimacy. It's all about like a very deep connection and very intuitive connection as well. I do think that a lot of you will actually dream about this person before you even meet this person. So you will have several dreams about this person, or you'll have a dream of how you're meeting this person. Even if it doesn't look exactly like this person, it's like you already had this dream about this encounter. And you may be having more and more dreams as the time gets closer, of like you meeting someone and you falling in love. There is a psychic connection with this person already. That's what I'm getting from this. Now, this also is confirmed by past life relationships, because this is about you already knowing this person. Like, it's weird sometimes when this happens, but when it happens, it's like you already care about this person, not in love with the person, because you don't register it like that, but you care about this person. It's like there's something that you cannot explain, that you just care about this person. And this is not when you're obsessed with someone, because this dynamic is very soft, is very pink, is very like a soft pink type of color of a dynamic. It's harmonious, it's loving, it's calm. There's no suffering. So it wouldn't be someone who you're obsessed with. It's someone who you meet. And even if maybe you're not initially attracted to him or her romantically, you just know that that person belongs in your life. Even if you're not initially like physically attracted to them, there is a curiosity that you feel for that person. And that's why you want to get to know that person even more, because you feel like they belong in your life. You don't know yet how, but you do know that they do belong in your life. And so it's something that will really develop really like on its own. And this is a type of connection that even if like she or he, I don't know, goes on a trip, you meet and you don't see each other for like 2 weeks, and then you finally are capable of having a date, and then something else happens, and then your second date is delayed for a month or something. You don't worry about it, because it's like entering this type of connection that it's like you know that you belong with each other, and you're just gonna let things flow. It feels like that person is already a family member of yours, without even knowing that person. Now, you also got my body and mind are in balance, I'm healthy, reduce inflammation, release anger and resentment, heal all mental and emotional wounds, improve inner peace, balance mind, body, and emotions. Now, I do think that this will feel, this love, because of how sensual, how like flowing will feel like, I do think that will feel like you're high on love. And I know that a lot of love feels like that, but a lot of relationships don't feel like that. This one will feel like you are high on love. This will feel like a dream. And I also feel like this will be, because of how harmonious and, loving and easy this will be, I feel like this is such an idealistic type of relationship. And it's confirmed with Neptune, because Neptune, has a lot of ideals. It's a dream planet. But also it's a planet of like really deep love, to the point that sometimes those ideals are not being met. And I do think that maybe in the past, you have been with people, but it has never felt like rom-com type of movies, true love. And now this rom-com is not with like suffering though. This is a very peaceful type of love. I mean, there's always like good and bad in everything. So of course this is not going to always be 100% happy, but it's a very easy, like whatever happens, it's like situations outside of your power or his or her power. This is circumstantial. If there's any hurt or suffering, this is not you doing something to him or him doing something to you. So this is like those rom-coms where both they love each other, but sometimes something can happen that, does push them to separate for a bit or something like that. Or there's, conflicts or things that they have to, overcome, but they do. Now, with this Cancer and Neptune energy, this person could actually be a Cancer person or a Pisces person. This could also be a Scorpio, okay, because there's a lot of water energy. Now, I do feel like intimacy, you two will have like really good intimacy, like the connection between you two will be pretty good. But I'm also feeling like a very sweet relationship more than like a passionate one. In like intimately, this will be really nice, but it's not like you two are passionate like on the streets and everything, which I feel like that's more number one pile. You're more like sweet love, like maybe a kiss or something in public, but really like you live intimacy at home. You're more like private people. Now, let's see. Who is this person? Now, if you have made it to this point, group number 3, please do remember to subscribe, to give it a like, and to comment. But mainly do subscribe because this let YouTube know that this is really good content, that this content is valuable, and that, yeah, it's worth watching. So that will help for you to push my pick a cards to more people in the future. So let's see who this person is. You got the Emperor. Now, this person may be an Aries. So you got so far Pisces, Aries, and Cancer. And I will say another one will be, could also be Scorpio. Okay? So this person may be an Aries, is someone who is very confident of himself. He's someone who is in power. He's very responsible. Okay? He's someone who has a lot of responsibility, who will have structure in his life. If this is a man, this will be like an alpha male, I will say. But I just feel like he's so sweet with you. And I feel like for this person, family is really, really important. For this person, like taking care of the people he loves is very, very, very important. Let's see who this person is. I just want one at a time. Now, also this person is the type of person that can make really tough calls on the spot. He's very independent of mind. He will always give this like type of like vibe that he's very safe, very secure of himself, is very confident, that he's also someone to be trusted. You got here the Magician as well. You got this King of Cups. So this person, he is either an Aries or maybe a water sign. Now, this person, I'll say he is definitely very, very, very confident of himself. You got once more Aries. So for a lot of you, this person could be an Aries or a water sign. He's someone who he tries different things. He doesn't pressure himself of being like the best at something. Like, sometimes when people are like, I'm not going to raise my hand unless I know the answer. Like, I'm 110% sure that this is the right answer. He's not like that. He takes risks. He also is not as scared of starting from scratch again and like having to try different things and have, try this, try that, like be, let's say, a music producer, and then the next day be a soccer player, and then the next day be like a cryptocurrency god. Like, he doesn't care about what people think of him by him trying different things. I feel like he's very entrepreneur-like. He has a very entrepreneur mind, and he or she, is not scared of trying different things. So many people sometimes we do one thing and then we don't want to drop it because we are scared of like what people will say if we like one day work in marketing, and the other day we are tarot readers, you know. But this person really doesn't care about what other people think, and he is very smart, like life smart. I feel like he can create wealth from nothing. He's also someone who's pretty like emotionally mature. He's someone. He's someone who's emotionally mature. I'll pick that up later. And someone who will speak with the heart, yet with Aries coming out twice, I do think that yes, he's very caring, or he can be very caring, but at the same time, responsibility is everything for him. He may even be responsible for his parents or for other family members, financially speaking. Or when you meet this person, he will be like, hey, we'll have to live with my parents, not because I don't have money, but it's because I need to take care of them. You know, there's this like sense of responsibility for him. This could also be someone who already has a family, so who already has like kids, and that is divorced. Now let's see what are his initials or her initials. Now also, do remember, if this topic is very important for you and you will like a private reading, just go to my website tarotbyfernanda.com and you can book a private reading with me. Now you got the letter M twice. So this M as in Miguel, or M as in Marcus. Then you got D as in December. And then you got U as in... I'm having a hard time think of names, seriously, but U as in under. Okay, so M as in Monday, D as in D as in Darcy, and U as in under. Let's see, when are you meeting this person? Pile number 3. When are you meeting this person? Now you got this Prince of Cups. So this is a matter of months, okay? This is not a matter of like years. This is a matter of months. And you also got number 3, fertility. So this could also mean like this will be during the spring. So if this is not like in the next month or 2, this could be actually happening in the spring for you, wherever you are. And remember that this like the pick of cards that I do, they're timeless. So whenever you watch this is like when, 1, you're meant to watch it, and 2, the timeline will be based on from the day that you're watching it, not from the day that I posted it. So that's your reading, pile number 3. I do hope that this reading was helpful, you know, and made you a bit excited about your next relationship. Do remember to subscribe, to give it a like or comment as well, to support the channel, and I'll see you on the next reading. Bye. Hi there, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. Now I got your oracle cards over here, and then first I will use these oracle cards to describe the dynamic of your future relationship. Now let's clarify that this is your next relationship, okay? This is not your next crush, your next almost something, your next casual or casual relationship or situationship, you know how a lot of people call it, or friends with benefits. This is not that. This is about your actual, real romantic relationship, when there's a level of commitment of saying at least, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, okay? Or more. This could be, you're my husband, you're my wife, but at least a level of commitment where this is an actual relationship. Now, so I will start with the dynamic of this connection, and then I will continue with who this person is, his personality, when you're meeting this person, his initials, etc., his or her initials. Now, let's start. First, you got confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Then you got responsibility. Peacock copper, confidently show my true colors to others, and I am fabulous. You got the fifth house, and you got very soon in Spanish. Okay. Alrighty, pile number 4. So definitely you got a very fiery dynamic with this person. I do think that this is the one pile that got very fire element, like very strong fire element cues in here. I just think that you two are very confident. And the dynamic I feel is like the one of like a power couple and like partners, like friendship and partnership at the same time. I also feel like if you could be working with this person, like build a business with this person, because I feel like you two are very competitive people that get together. And maybe you were not like that in the past, but with this person is like the dynamic that you build is one of like hustlers, really hard workers, but the type of people that want to be very successful, that want to become famous or be very successful, have a lot of money, be very like financially abundant. Like I do feel like you have really high goals with responsibility in this kind of reaching the moon type of thing. I really feel like it is talking and referring to your big goals as a couple. Like you two are each other's cheerleaders, yeah, cheerleaders, but at the same time, you push each other so much. Like I know that you can do better. I know that you can do more. I know that you can like, great like job that you got this, but I know that you can aim for more. Now, with this Leo energy in the fifth house actually does belong to Leo. So it is a very fiery energy. It's a very fun dynamic. I do think that you two, yes, you are like romantic partners, but you are also friends. And I just feel like you two can be so goofy around each other. I feel like there's a lot of joy involved in this connection. There's a lot of messing around with each other and joking around. And like just, um, yeah, like you can be your goofy self. You know that version that sometimes we only allow ourselves to be when we are around family or siblings, people we're so comfortable with, but we will never allow to be this type of person around our partners. So for some reason, like this dynamic, and trust me, I have never experienced this dynamic in the past, but I feel like it's really fun. It's like this person is, yes, your confident, your romantic partner, someone who you're very attracted to, but at the same time, he or she is your friend. He or she is the person who you feel really comfortable with. Um, you can, whatever that silly side of yours, goofy side of yours you have, you can be that person around this person. I also feel like this person most likely is a Leo or a fire sign. So that could be an Aries. That could also be a Sagittarius. I do think that you two are very responsible people. Oh, something I failed to mention is that you two are very good looking as well. I find that you two really do get a lot of attention. And as a couple, you also get a lot of attention. And not because like one is pretty and the other one is ugly. Like, no. It's because you two are very good looking people. I also feel like you two really like try to differentiate yourself from the group on your looks as well, the way you dress. I do think that both of you care about how you dress. You care about fashion. You care about, how do you show yourself to the world? I do think that you two are very ambitious people. You two are also people that love to travel, love to go on adventures, love to be on the move, really enjoy adventure. And I do think that this message of very soon, it does talk about like maybe you have been waiting for a very long time, and like this is much more closer than you could ever imagine. Also, I feel like the key or what was missing for you to get this person, like to manifest this person into your life, or have your angels bring this person into your on your path, is you verbalizing and confirming that this is what you're looking for. Maybe in the past you have said, oh, I want a man or a woman that is very serious, that is very like career driven, but really deep down what you have wanted is a person who, yes, is romantic, like it has romantic interest towards you, but it also is like a friend or someone to be laughing with. And so if this is something you have felt like but you have never accepted about it, about this being your goal as in a relationship, then it's time you do so, because your angels do say that this is also part of what's stopping you. Sometimes we listen to what other people romantic goals are and we make them our own, but they're not. And we got to accept that, and we got to deal with that reality, and we got to accept what we want as a person, as an individual. So do make it very clear to your angels what is it that you're looking for, and don't just repeat things from other people that you have heard talk about these things. If you're someone who wants a very goofy, fun, adventurous partner, ambitious partner, then say so. I also feel like for if this is a man, this person has a very strong masculine energy as well. I do think that for some reason the dynamic that you build as well is it's to people that really love to be single, that will come together but really love to not have kids. There's this feeling of two people that may not want to adopt like a pet or don't want to have kids because they love the freedom. I don't know if it's because you love to travel, you love your social life, but it's like you're always out and about all the time. And so that's something you really, really, really enjoy as a couple. And I just feel like that's something that I'm really feeling like you two. I'm not saying you will never marry. I'm just saying that it just seems that the initial dynamic is to people that really enjoy their freedom as a couple and enjoy what life has to give or offer, but without kids and without like nothing that is grounding you to one place. Now, let's see pile number 4. Who is this person? Also, I do encourage you to subscribe to my channel. If you have made it to this point, then you do of course do connect with my content. And so I do encourage you to subscribe. Now you got the card of strength, so this is Leo energy once more. So if you pick this pile, then definitely this person is a Leo or a fire sign. Now this person is, yes, ambitious, but I will also say that this person with the strength energy is someone who is not your typical, like, I'm the strongest person in the room. No, he or she is just very smart. They know how to use their strength, whether it's beauty, whether it's like their looks, their mind, whatever the strength is, like they use it to get what they want. I feel like they're also very creative, very artistic. They're very passionate, they're very sensual. I do think that this connection could start a bit more casual in the beginning, but this will turn into a serious relationship. So this could be like, maybe he may not say right away that this is what he wants, but there is a clear attraction between you and this person. I also feel like this person, yes, he or she is very strong, but more than that, this person gets his way in life by being like life smart. Like he is really intelligent, but like life intelligent. And I do think that this person is either good looking or know how to get attention. Now, if this person is not Leo, this person has really strong air elements. So that could be a Gemini, in Aquarius, or a Libra. Okay? So far I'm getting Leo or a air sign, but both of those elements are masculine elements. So this person has like a very strong masculine energy. I do think that he has this dream of building a home at some point. He has this dream of like creating something for himself. He's someone who definitely is planning for the future. So he or she may not seem like they have a lot of money, but they have been investing a bit here and there. They have like made good investments that in the future will give them more money. They do dream of like being able to retire on a like in an early age, and they do dream of building a home and like having their own home. I do think that there's someone who they will be very like gossipy, but they are very attentive. I do think you're gonna realize this, that once that you meet this person, they're messaging you, they're watching all your stories, they are asking about you to others. They're very their interest, I think they will show it mainly by how interested in your life they are. Like people will tell you, hey, this person asked me about you the other day, or this person will randomly always be messaging you. Because of the fifth house, this is why I think that this is the one pile that things may start a bit more casual in the beginning. What I mean by casual, I'm not talking about friends with benefits. I'm talking about him or her not being really straightforward about wanting a relationship. So I'm getting like he will be always be watching your stories, like messaging you. And you're like, why is he or she messaging me? Like, I'm not understanding if we're not going on dates, or he never asked me out, or like he has never kissed me. Like, you don't understand why he is showing so much interest, but without being romantic though. Like, he's not being romantic and being like, oh wow, you're so beautiful and like I like you. Like, none of that. It's just by showing attention, and by giving you attention, that's how he's showing interest in you. But I do think that this is the one pile that I really see it happening from casual to something more, because I just feel like he's not being straightforward about what he wants to begin with. Now, let's see who this person is. Let's look at the initials. He's also, I feel like he overthinks. Even though he's very confident, he does overthink more than you think. Now, the letter P came out twice, so this is definitely a sign that the letter P is very important. So this could be P of Peter, or maybe his name starts with a E of Edward, or D as in Diego. Okay, so you got P, E, and D. And let's look, when are you meeting this person? Now, if this is a really important question for you, about your romantic life, then I do encourage you that you book a reading, a private reading about this matter, about this topic, because this is a general reading, and I'm sure there are a lot of this, you will connect with this. But if this is something that you are genuinely interested and you are at a time where you're open to know about it as well, then do book a private tarot reading. Let's see, when are you meeting this person? You got this Nine of Cups and you got Grace. Now, already they said that this will be very soon, but I feel like this is very soon compared of all the time you have waited already. For some of you, this could be a couple months. Some of you, this could be a couple months, and also could be when you're actually... There is this message about spring. There is this message for some of you, it's when you're about to travel. Some of you, it's like you're meeting this person. I think some of you are actually in a relationship. So this will be when you end that relationship, where you finally let go of your ex. So no more contact or messages or anything with this ex. But it definitely will be a couple months before you meet this person. Could be like 3 months. 3 to like 6 months. But I have this feeling that you have waited much longer than this. But I'm getting this like feeling of a 3, like 3 months. Or like... There's this like also like March, the 3rd month. Like there's this 3 is really important. So I don't know if it's in March or is it like in 3 months from the time that you watch. But that's what they're telling me, okay? So group number 4, I do hope that this reading was helpful, and do remember to subscribe, to give it a like, and I will see you on the next pick a card. Bye.